Hey guys, it's Mark. Haven't made a video in a while, but yeah, something just came up that I thought was a good thing to talk about. And that is when to tell people at work that you are trans. Especially if you're, finding yourself becoming friends with your coworkers, that's exactly what's happening to me right now. I would also like to say I acknowledge that I'm super lucky to be employed during this time. I understand this is like a crazy time for everybody, and that we all aren't this fortunate. So I understand how lucky I am. But yeah, in addition, I just always find myself struggling with kind of when to tell people that I'm trans. And again, I also understand that I'm very lucky to pass now. I didn't always pass, so it was kind of a much easier, not easier conversation, but a more like people would often ask me like, "What are you?" You know what I mean? And now I've kind of crossed over to that passing lane where, yeah, no one questions that about me anymore. So it's kind of now it's totally up to me as to when I tell people. So there are a few conflicts I have with this in my mind. Like part of me really thinks like, why do I always have to, why should I feel like I have to tell people? Why, that's not, that this doesn't define who I am. There's so much more about me. But on the other hand, to me, when I do make genuine friendships, being trans is a huge part of my life, and it's had it's had significant experiences on my life, and I feel like if I am genuinely friends with somebody, that it's gonna come up because they're gonna ask about my past, and it's like I don't want to lie or be awkward when they do ask about my past. So yeah, I think to me it is important to tell people who I am becoming genuine friends with. It's important for them to know that I'm trans, to me. Now listen, if this is not you, don't worry about it. Like you have the total right to never tell anyone in your life if you want. I'm just saying that for me personally, I see it as kind of impractical, and for them not to know just because of all the stuff we're gonna, if they're gonna ask questions about my past eventually, and it's either, make up stuff to what I wanted my past to look like, or just be honest. And I feel more comfortable being honest with people. So anyway, how do I bring this up? I mean, I'll let you know how it goes, but I think my general plan is if we do hang outside of work at any point, which because of COVID is a little tricky, but since we're already up in each other's space, we work in mental health, so we're very, with direct care patients, so we're very close to each other. So if we are ever to hang out after work at some point, I think I would tell them then. And the way I would approach it is to just be kind of straight up and be like, hey guys, like I feel like we're becoming close friends, and I want you to know about this part of my life because I trust you. And then just say it. Obviously there are just so many ways you could do this. You could send out a text and just be like, hey, this is it, like love me or hate me. You can but yeah, I totally, it's tricky in the workplace because you don't know, you never know for sure how someone's going to respond. And that, especially at your job, is not it's not fun if someone, doesn't accept you or thinks you're creepy or something. Yeah, so it's a challenge, but I think for the most part, if you like have a good feeling about the people around you, then they're not gonna they're not gonna care either way. And I think if they're reasonable and logical, they'll understand your hesitation for telling them. But yeah, just keep it on your own terms. If you want to tell them, just find a way to tell them. I prefer that it comes up organically, but that's kind of a it's a little bit challenging, especially during COVID when like we only might be talking in the actual school setting, which I don't know if I want to do that. So share, like, I don't know if I want that conversation at work, you know what I mean? So I'd rather wait for like an out of work kind of hangout or Zoom call or whatever that we do, and then just kind of spill the beans there. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've talked to some close friends about this, and for the most part, they've kind of eased my anxiety. And, you know, basically, if they already like you as a person, this isn't going to change how they feel if they genuinely do appreciate you. And if it does, that really sucks. But, you know, you're better for it. You don't need them. So, yeah. So I don't know if anyone else has like thoughts on this or experiences. Please feel free to tell me, because it's navigating this thing is tricky. So, but anyway, stay healthy and have fun.